Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and today I came out, once again, rainy, overcast, 51 degrees. I think we're on a trend here. And I'm inside building Miso stoves. The stove was out, been out for a few days. But while I was in here this morning, fairly early, FedEx backed up and dropped off this box from right from the Miso factory. Yeah, David, they showed up. Thanks a bunch. And what I've got here is the 10 centimeter pots, which I was getting low on, and I've got 200 just 10 centimeter. So I can start doing more things with them. I want to do cooking kits and promote the 10 centimeter a little bit more because it's a really great replacement for the BPA beer can pot. But I didn't have them, and now I do. I've got 200, and those will go up overhead in the carbon felt loft. But let's go in and build a Miso right now. Too wet to fly a helicopter. Now the Miso is a little bit different animal, the way it's built. Because the top rim of the wick holder and the body are the same diameter, I can just turn one 2-foot piece to diameter, and that will work for both pieces. So that's a little bit of a time saver. But there's also, inside of it, there's a lot of machine work, and it has to be precision for a press fit. There's 2 steps inside here, and a lead-in diameter that has to be right on the money. So, because I have the eye gauge, I can zero it for that critical dimension and then work all the other dimensions off of that. I go in and make that bore, then I go in 20 thousandths and use the other eye gauges, which I found out is, depending on who you are, this probably should be called Z instead of Y. The difference between a milling machine and a lathe. So I'm going to call it Z. So I go in with the X and get the dimension for the diameter, and then go in 250 on the Y. Then I go back to the X and go in 20, then back to the Z, go in 250 more, then back to the X again and 25 this time, and then back to the Z and 250 more for a total of 750 with a dimension drop of 45 thousandths. That gives me a thick shoulder at the bottom to drill and tap in for my nipple. And it gives me the shoulder at the top for my silicone heat block to index against. And when you get all done, they should just slide together like that. And just a beautiful fit. Now, I'd like to thank people that have pointed out things on machining, and even the people who have found fault with my quality. That made me reevaluate my quality and ask myself, what can I do to improve it? So I have done several things here and bought some more tooling, and I think the quality is quite a bit better. And that probably wouldn't happen if it hadn't been for my critics. So I guess the next thing to do is to set the camera up here and show you how I make a Miso. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go in with a 3/4 inch drill and drill in 750 thousandths. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to go in with an end mill and flatten the bottom. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is zero my X, bring it right up to the work, zero my Z, and then I'm going to make the cut for the press-in shoulder and go in 250 thousandths. Okay, now I'm going to go in 20 thousandths for the index shoulder for the heat block to index on, and I'm going to go in another 250 thousandths. Okay, now I'm going to crank the eye gauge in another 25 thousandths. And I'm going to go in another 250 thousandths, which will bring me just to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to mark that and then go in and cut it off with the parting tool. I'm going to use an oil bath on this to keep it cool and lubricated so it doesn't catch or gall. Okay, this is the 7x10 finishing lathe, and you can see it's pretty rough. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to go in and break this edge for the lead in and break the outside edge. Then I'll turn it around and face and break the edge on the back. Now I check all of these with the same gauge. I take the top that's made to the dimension, the final dimension is going to be, and I cut a piece of silicone for the heat dam, and I make sure that all of these fit so that when you put it in, it just is a good fit like that. And that's perfect. Just a good tight fit that you can't pull out easily. I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day, try to have some fun today. Maybe go up and go through your backpacking equipment if you get a little time and see if you can take just an ounce out of it, even a half an ounce. You'd be surprised if you do that how much weight you can save. Or maybe go for a hike or just go out on the back deck and boil some water for ramen noodles. Bye-bye.